What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another NYCC update video. This is where I'm going to be discussing basically my time at New York Comic Con, man. Everything I enjoyed, everything that I didn't enjoy, the good, the bad, the things I felt indifferent about. And then, of course, at the very end of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys the $1,000 haul that I have right next to me on this side over here. So if you want to see that, you can go ahead and skip to the end of the video. But for everyone else who wants to know about how my time went, what all I saw, and everything else, make sure you keep watching, man. This is one that it's going to kind of be all over the place because I have so many subjects to get into, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. You guys know how these videos work. Go ahead and drop a like for your boys. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content, and let's get right into it. So first things first, starting off with the good, man. I did end up meeting so many people that I have known on Instagram, YouTube, and just wherever for years, and I really haven't got to meet them. Just because you guys know I don't really go to cons like that. It's not really my thing per se. I told you guys a million times, like, my anxiety is actually really high when I'm in places that are full of people, and I felt it the moment I stepped into New York, yo. Like, it was insane. And then when I got to the convention, oh my God, man, it was like all eyes were on me. And I don't mean that in like a weird way. I just felt like really anxious when I walked in, but it was crazy, man. So many people came up to me. So many people showed love. I ran into Wade at the Hasbro booth. I ran into Kurt. Kurt is an outstanding gentleman, yo. Like, the Geek Effect is who I inspired to be when I grow up, yo. Real good dude. I ran into the homie D Amazing. Of course, we chopped it up for a while. It's always a good time when I see D. And then D Amazing. And then who else did I run into, man? Spectacular Batman. And then just a bunch of people who I don't really associate with very often, but they were familiar with my channel and my content. So they were like, hey, Ace. Like, every couple of minutes I was walking and I'd hear my name. I took a bunch of pictures with people. So yeah, big shout out to everyone I met, man. That was absolutely amazing, all the love that I got from people. So yeah, big shout out to them. That was definitely one of the pluses, meeting or seeing and actually getting to meet people who have been following me or I've been following for quite some time. There was still a couple of people I didn't get to meet just because the con was all over the place. It was just so much going on. But yeah, man, big shout out to everybody who showed me love. Now, two more good things that happened while I was there. For one, I got some crazy deals on action figures, man. And that's one of the reasons I do like going to cons when I go. You do have a set price for most figures, their retail price, and then you have people that are kind of like their own little private vendors that are like, okay, yeah, this fig goes for 65, but I tell you what, you buy this and this, I'll reduce this one to about 50 bucks for you. And so I saved a lot of money, despite the fact that I spent $1,000. Again, we'll get to the haul a little bit later, but yeah, I saved a lot of money on action figures that I bought. And then on top of that, I saw so many. And this is something that I want to throw out there too, man. There's a lot of stuff that I saw in person that I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy that when I first saw the promo images. But seeing the action figures in person, I was like, wow, this actually looks so much better than I thought it was. And so there's at least one figure that I did buy that I wasn't going to, I wasn't planning on getting, but I ended up picking it up because when I saw it on display, I was like, ooh, gotta have that, gotta have that. And then there's one more I'm gonna be getting. I'll go ahead and show that somewhere on screen just because of the fact that it's not out yet. But yeah, man, this is why I tell you guys, when it comes to collecting, if you see something and you're even slightly interested in it, pick it up, man. You might get your hands on it and enjoy it way more than you were expecting to. So yeah, saw a lot of action figures, bought a lot of action figures, got some really great deals. So yeah, two more positives. So I think that was 3 positives, and now we're going to get into my negatives, starting with number 1, the very most important. Now, if you've been following me for a while, and you kind of already know how I feel about New York, I absolutely hate New York, y'all. Like, I hate New York. And to my people that are from there, hey, I'm sorry, but y'all probably feel the same way when y'all come here to Texas. But it is too much going on all the damn time, yo. Like, from the moment I made it to the airport, LaGuardia is where I landed, and the shuttle came and picked me up to take me to my Airbnb. Oh my God, like, it was just so much. It was overwhelming. And for someone who has high anxiety like myself, when I'm in places that are just compacted with so much happening, it was a horrible experience, man. Honestly, I was ready to go home before I even made it to the convention Friday. Like, it was insane. And I had to keep telling myself, like, hey, this is what I'm here for. This is what I want to do. I can do fine in big cities like Dallas, Texas. I do fine in like Utah. I really love Utah. And there's other states that have big cities I'm fine in. New York is just too much all the time, man. And if you're someone who's from the country like myself, like I'm from the small country, a hometown smaller than the room that I'm in right now, not literally, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's a lot, man. New York is definitely a lot, and I felt it the moment I got there. So that was probably the number 1 for me. I really just don't like New York. Now, 2 and 3, I'm going to go ahead and keep together, all right? It's just too expensive. When it comes to tourist areas in general, they usually are more expensive than just common places that a lot of people go regularly. But Manhattan, bro, $7 for a bottle of water. And then on top of that, it was Dasani. Who drinks Dasani water, bro? I was not paying $7 for that, yo. I walked around till I found a water fountain at the convention, and I kept filling up there. Like, it was just absolutely insane. And for the most part, I survived off of Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, and their croissants whenever I wasn't at the con. And then I think I only ate at the con one time. I had the chicken tenders and the fries, and that shit was good. I ain't gonna lie. It was $19. But hey, it was good. So I'll give them that. But other than that, man, I ain't eat at the con. I survived off Dunkin' Donuts, like, for real. And then outside of that, I think I had maybe a slice of pizza. And then I don't even go to McDonald's, like, as cheap as I was trying to keep it. Crazy, I really didn't eat much now that I think about it. I just was like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. But yeah, way too expensive. And then the Ubers were insane, bro. I was thinking, okay, I might spend about $40, you know, for them to take me wherever they wanted to take me. No, it was like $90 for them to take me from the airport to my Airbnb, which I didn't pay. I ended up getting the shuttle. I paid $15. They dropped me off a mile away, and I just walked. And then I walked everywhere else until it was time for me to be taken to the airport. 2 days later, I think I spent $60 for a Lyft to come and pick me up, just because I didn't want to have to walk a mile at 4 a.m. To meet the shuttle and then be taken there with all of my bags. I just didn't want to do that. So I did spend $60 on an Uber when I was taken to the airport. But other than that, I walked everywhere, y'all. When I tell y'all I walked about 23 miles, I have it logged in my activity app in case y'all think I'm playing. Throughout the entire time I was in New York, I really did. I walked everywhere, back and forth to the convention, my Airbnb, around to get food, Midtown Comics. Everywhere I went, I walked, because I wasn't about to spend $60, $80, $90 for an Uber to take me 2 miles. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if that's the average price for an Uber in New York, or they just had that going on because the convention was taking place. But big no, big no. I exercise regularly, so I was not about to have that. And I feel fine after it. My leg's a little sore, but yeah, that is number 2 and 3. Food was too expensive, travel was too expensive, and just everything was too damn expensive. And now number 4, this actually is the worst one. It was the fact that my Airbnb was absolutely ass, bro. My Airbnb was ass, bro. Like, it was so ass. And I hate to say that because the customer service was amazing. The response time was amazing. I felt like the hosts were just outstanding, but the Airbnb itself, it was literally the size of a jail cell. It felt like it was a prison that had got turned into an Airbnb because you had no walk room whatsoever. There was a bed in there. There was a little shelf with a lamp on it, and there was a small sink. To go to the bathroom, you had to go outside, walk around the corner. To go shower, you had to go outside, walk around the corner. And then they only gave me like one tile for the 2 days I was there. I had to go downstairs the second day and be like, yo, towels, like what's going on, bro? Because I walk way too much. I got to shower. And it was just, and then on top of that, there were so many rooms like in the Airbnb that I could hear everything that people were doing. Like, I heard a very unpleasant conversation between a dude and his wife, and they're like across the hallway from me. So I was like, what is going on here? Like, and then it was 3, 4, maybe 5 floors. So there's constantly people walking up and down, slamming doors and shit. And it was unpleasant because this was my very first Airbnb also. Normally, I get hotels. My cousin gives me the discount at Marriott's, but even with the discount, I would have spent about $900. For 2 days, that's just absurd. And I still spent $500 on this Airbnb that was freaking terrible, yo. It really put a bad taste in my mouth for Airbnbs. Now, I've heard people say that they're really good, so of course I might try it again in the future. In New York, hell no. I have no plans on coming back to New York anytime soon, if ever. But yeah, no, the Airbnb was absolute ass. And if I can find a picture, I'll show it on screen somewhere. But I want you guys to know it is the exact size of the photo that I show on screen. Like, it was ridiculously tiny. So, and then to make matters worse, I want to make sure I throw this in there because this makes it worse. The floor when you go in the room was like slanted. So you're kind of off balance when you're in the room and you're standing. And then the bed, it was like somebody who was 500 pounds had slept in that bed because it was so like sunken in that I had to sleep on the right side. Now, keep in mind, this is a tiny bed. I had to sleep like right next to the wall in order to be comfortable because I have a really bad back. So anytime I sleep uneven, I'm going to feel it the next day. I've been feeling it since I've been back, but it was terrible, yo. They really need to change the mattress. And I'm not the type of Karen, don't call me Ace Karen, but I had to leave a review. I had to let them know, hey, y'all got to get rid of this mattress. Let that go. Get another one, bro. Y'all got to quit being cheap because I've been messed up ever since I got back home. It has been the best to sleep in my bed again because those 2 days were freaking horrible, dog. Like, it was horrible. That Airbnb, absolute ass. If you see the image that I posted on screen, if I'm sharing it right now, then you'll see it. Or if I posted it earlier, you saw it. But yes, don't do it. Just spend the extra money, get yourself a hotel. And then for the one bad thing that happened to me when I actually made it to the convention. When I got there, when I tell y'all checking in was so easy, I was afraid because I did will call. I didn't know. This is my first time going to this. I did will call where you had to go pick up your tickets, and I heard a bunch of people say, oh, you could be in line 2-3 hours. It's gonna be hell, and they're gonna ask you a bunch of questions. It's gonna be difficult. Like, I heard a bunch of people really being negative about the will call line. So when I got there, I was expecting it to be so bad. But I walked right up and they just asked me for my confirmation number. I showed him that. Then he was like, okay, what's your email? He found my email, pulled up my badges, printed them out, handed them to me. It was cool. Like, it was very quick and easy. So I was like, oh, this is nothing. I get into the convention. I kid you guys not. I had a little AirPod case. I had my AirPods on me. I'm always listening to music. Always. I had my AirPods on me. I got the little case out. It's got like it was like a little Nintendo case that I had. I'll probably post an image or something on screen. But this dude looks at me and he's like, yo, that case is so badass. And I was like, yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Because I get that a lot. People really loved my AirPod case. Tell me why less than 10 minutes into the con, I lose my AirPod case, bro. My AirPods are in my ear. the case was hooked onto the pant loop that I had. And it freaking falls off somewhere, and I never end up finding it, bro. It was terrible. It was terrible. So, of course, that means my AirPods eventually died, and I was unable to listen to music throughout the entire rest of the time I was there, or my plane ride back. I am not Ace without music. I have to have music whenever I need it. And oh my God, it was terrible. I already bought another one. It's on the way. It actually should be here today, the day that I'm posting this video. But yeah, man, that was freaking terrible. It was freaking terrible, man, going without my music. I hope that I never have to do something like that again. But I think that's all the bad. If I think of anything else, I'll probably throw it in as I do this haul. But yes, that was my experience with New York. A little bit of good, whole lot of bad, but I just had a lot going on, and I think that's kind of what really added to the negative experience, man. I've told y'all guys 100 times now, life hasn't been the way that I've been wanting it to be the past couple of months, and so I've really kind of stepped away from the action figure community. I was hoping that New York Comic-Con would bring me back, and for the most part, it kind of did. I'm still somewhat in this little sunken place, but I'm slowly digging my way out of it. I don't want to get into the details of that, man, but yeah, man, life has just been lifing. It's been one of those years, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have your own situations going on, and eventually we're going to make it through all that. So yeah, anyway, I know y'all don't care about that. So all the negatives out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get into this crazy ass haul. And before I do that, I just want to say big shout out to everybody who watched up until this point. I told y'all this video is just going to be a little yap session for the most part. But yeah, big shout out to everybody who just actually took the time to listen to what I had to say from my own personal experience, man. I truly appreciate you guys. But anyway, let's get to the haul. I know that's what a lot of you are ready for. All right, so I got a big stack of stuff sitting next to me, and I'm just going to start picking them off one by one. I'm going to start with the stuff I know y'all aren't going to care about, but I do, so I had to get them. I came across a little boo-boo. Y'all know I had to get me one, man. If y'all know, I got me a little collection of these. I got a little collection. So yeah, I came across this one. I'm hoping I get the secret one. That's not gonna happen. I know how it goes. So yeah, and then I ended up buying two. This is actually a gift. Not gonna lie, this is actually a gift, so I'm not gonna show it on screen in case the person is watching. Actually, I'm gonna give it to that person as soon as I'm done with this video, so it don't matter. Got me a little Stitch one. It's not a Labubu, but it's, I don't know, it's some kind of like Pop Smart thing. I don't know. I got it. That's all that matters. And then I got me another one, the little smaller one, man. I love these. I got me a little Labubu cup noodle type thing. And I found out how to tell if they're real, if you care, if it's got the Pop Smart logo on the top, or if you scan the QR code on the back and it takes you to the Pop Smart website, then that's how you know that they are real. So I ended up getting 3 of those little cutesy things just because I wanted them. What do you want me to say? I wanted them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now getting into the stuff I know y'all care about, I'm going to start with the deals I got. Now keep in mind, I spent $1,000 on action figures, but the deals I'm about to show right now. I got the Mafex Captain America in-game. Now, if you see this thing on the internet, it goes for about $250. I got it from a guy, and he was like, yo, I just bought these off somebody, man. And I was like, how much you selling that bad boy for, though? And he was like, $100. Now, keep in mind, $250 online. I got this thing for $100. I was like, give me that. Give me that. Now, I don't know if the seller, the person who sold them to him got him, or he just got me, but he was like, yeah, man, brand new. They ain't even been open. So I looked at the top, tape still on there. I was like, oh yeah, brand new for $100 and it goes for $250. Give me that. Well, I get back to my Airbnb and I check it out. Open from the bottom, bro. Open from the bottom, bro. From the bottom, bro. Look, this is one thing I'll say about anybody. if you open your action figures from the bottom, or if you open your action figures from the left side of the box, you are a menace to society, bro. You need to be dealt with. You open them from the right side or the top of the box, you need to be dealt with. I said what I said. But either way, I checked it out. Real good figure, in great condition, no issues. So that made me happy. The next one I got. Now, if y'all know Mafex, y'all know every Mafex figure is between $80 to $100 now. Some of the older ones might have been about 60, but you're not really gonna get them any cheaper than that. I ended up getting this guy as well. Official, man. This made me happy because I love this version of Spider-Man. We love some Scarlet Spidey. So yeah, I ended up getting this guy back in my collection. This is one I was thinking about getting for a while. He did get a reissue. The reissue is 80 bucks. I got it for 50. So not gonna complain. Now again, he was like, oh, it's brand new. Like I said, man, if you open your action figures from the bottom, you are a menace to society and you need to be dealt with. I got a problem with you. Now, these next two were probably the craziest deal that I could have gotten. These were two figures I was waiting on Ami to send to me. They got put on pause because y'all know why. But I was like, you know what? Whatever, I'll look for them when I get to New York Comic Con. Now, before I went to the con, I got a hotel in Dallas because I knew I had to fly out early the next day. That's where the airport is. I went to this mall and I just walked around, kind of spent some time with myself, hanging out, trying to, get my mind together. And I ran into these two. And I was like, yo, these are two figures I really want. Now check this out. Retail for Zenitsu is about 90 bucks, I believe. After taxes, let's just say 100. Retail for this guy is about 70. After taxes, we'll just say 80. So $180 for these two figures right here. Now, let me tell y'all something. I went into this store called, now I can't think of the name of it. I'll leave it on the screen. But it was in the mall I was in, and I looked at him, I was like, damn, I want these. Well, this guy comes over to me and he was like, yo, if you get them right now and you don't have an account with us, you can scan the QR code and you'll get 30% off or something like that. 30% off each figure or something. It was crazy. And I was like, you know what? I'll think about it. And then he was like, well, if you scan this other code, you'll get an additional 10% off each one. So I ended up getting 50% off or something like that. It was a little bit taken out because of the price, something crazy. I don't know. But I ended up getting both of these figures for $118, bro. No joke. I wish I still had the receipt because I said I was going to post it, but I forgot. But I swear to God, yo, I got both of these figures for $118. There was no way I would have done that at the con. And I ran into both of these figures, but $118. Now, y'all know that's a freaking steal. Obviously, that's a steal. Now, these next two I want to discuss, it's four really. I got these outside of the con as well, but I'm counting it as my NYCC pickups because the money that I planned on spending at NYCC that I saved, I spent on those two I just showed you, and then these four that I'm about to show you. All right, so I ended up getting the Gamerverse 2-pack of Captain America and Venom. They looked really cool, man. I saw these in a store and I was like, I kind of want these. I wasn't too fond of Crypt Venom in photos, but then when I saw it in person, I was like, yeah, that looked kind of heat. Captain America definitely looks fire, so I had to do it. So yeah, ended up getting these guys. And then I did also get the one that I really wanted, the 2-pack with Wolverine, and I don't even know who this dude is. I'm going to sell that one. But yeah, man, came across these. I was like, I gotta get it. So, of course, these 2-packs retailed about $64 a piece. And so I spent $130 on just these right there. So, yeah, now that's everything. Well, the Captain America and Spider-Man and the Labubus I got at a con. But now we're going to get into everything that I did for certain buy at the convention. First off, I got two of the Gojitas, one for me and then one for the homie. I'll be sending it out to you probably tomorrow, man. But yeah, got these. Everyone told me how difficult it was going to be to get the exclusives. I walked right up late and got one of them Friday. And then I paid a homie to pick another one up for me. And he had already got it before I arrived because I thought it was going to be difficult. But he was like, nah, bro, I got you. And so I ended up getting two of the event exclusives, Gojitas. He's my favorite fusion, so of course I had to have that one. But yeah, very, very positive experience, man. I walked up, there was no line, got it, was good to go. Now, another one I bought, I'm gonna show this one first. I ended up getting this guy right here. It was 30 bucks. I sold a lot of my Dragon Ball collection a while back, but I kind of want them back. I got Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I need Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So now I officially have him. 30 bucks flat. That was all I paid. So I was like, yeah, that's a steal. So yeah, got that one. I did also get the SH Figuarts Zoro. I think this was about 60 bucks. I had this guy. Mine broke on me. Someone bought it for me for the parts. And I never ended up getting it back. But now I got him. And I'm definitely going to be getting the new Zoro that is currently on Premium Bandai. And now for the good stuff. I did end up getting this Tamashii Nation store exclusive Super Saiyan Goku. This is one of the figures I was talking hella trash about when I saw the promo images, but then I saw it in person and I was like, that's kind of he. So I had to get it, man. Now, whether I'll keep this in my collection, who knows? I'll probably end up selling this, but for now, I got it. So there's that. Next up, for another Goku, I got this guy right here. Now, I heard everyone saying this one was going to be difficult to get. It's difficult. I walked right up at the same time I bought Gogeta. They had like probably 50 of this guy stacked on the shelf. And I was like, yo, let me get that. They were like, yo, we got you. And that was it, man. So no issues picking this up right here. I ended up getting two of these. One of them I am selling to one of the homies. So yeah, big shout out to him. I'm going to get this out to you probably tomorrow as well when I ship out the Gogeta for my other homie. So yeah, man, easy pickup. I'll probably sell the second one too, because looking at this, I'm not really all that interested in this figure. I just kind of bought it from for nostalgia. But yeah, got that, no problem. And last but not least, the one that I actually had to get up early and get in line for, I was not feeling, because I'm not no morning person. I can wake up early, but as far as moving and being around crowds of people, I'm not feeling. But I had to do it in order to get this guy. I got the exclusive Red Hood, bro. Red Hood, bro, from Mezco. Y'all know I don't collect Mezco. But it's an exclusive, so I had to get up and get it, man. And I stood in line. And what was funny is I was standing in line. I met another collector. I think it was like Spectacular Batman or something. I really don't remember. Big shout out to him, man. We talked for about an hour while we waited on them to get the line moving and all of that junk. But we both ended up getting this guy. And big shout out to D Amazing for giving me the advice to where I could wake up and get this guy. Because if I didn't listen to him, I definitely would have missed out on this. Now, there were a few vendors that ended up getting this guy, and they were trying to sell it for like $300-400. I was like, y'all are tweaking. I spent $130 on this, which I think is a little too much, because Mezco figures used to be 80 bucks. But at the end of the day, I got it. I know if I want to sell this thing, I could definitely make my money back. And at some point in the future, I probably will, because y'all know, man, I don't keep Mezco. I don't collect these, but it was an event exclusive. I wanted to pick it up. I'll probably take some shots, maybe a review. No promises. We'll see. But yeah, I got him. So there is my haul, man. A lot of freaking action figures, man. A lot of them. But I'm happy. So if you guys want to see any reviews for any of those, feel free to let me know, man. I might make some content out of them. I might just chill out. Now, I know this video has been hella long. I told y'all it was going to be a yap session. Now, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Big shout out to everybody who watched this entire video. I know this is a long one. I don't know how long it's going to turn out to be because I recorded it in sections. This might be a damn 20-minute video, and it's crazy to think that I talked for 20 minutes or however long it is. We'll see after editing. But yeah, man, big haul. NYCC really up and down for me. I know for a fact I'm not going next year, you guys. I'm telling y'all that now. New York is one of those states that it's got to be every 4 or 5 years for me. My mom wants to go with me and my brother next year for Christmas. I ain't even promising I'm gonna be there then, bro. I don't know. But yeah, man, again, much love to everybody who showed me love, everybody I met. There were so many things that I got to do. I ran into Mark from RDC World. He mean mugged the shit out of me. So I had to track him down, be like, hey, what's going on, bro? And he was like, hey, chill, my bad. I didn't realize I was looking like that. I wanted to get a picture with him. I got a picture with them from years and years ago. And, but he was like, nah, I don't want people to know it's me. So I didn't end up getting a picture with him. But big shout out to Mark from RDC World. That was cool seeing him again. And yeah, man, it was just a fun time. It was just a really, really fun time. Even though I had more negatives than positives. But anyway, I'm yapping even further. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. I truly appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and peace out, guys. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con next year. No more New York.